Hello friends, so I welcome you all in this discussion, and in this discussion basically I will discuss about the important topics before the exam. You must prepare these topics and revise the topic, solve the question related to this before the exam, right? Now the first paper that I will discuss, that is the real analysis. So there is the one topic where you should focus before the exam, that is countable and uncountable. You will get one question in part B or in part C from this topic. Second topic that is very important, which is basically supremum infimum, that is the part of this one. Basically in sequence and series, one question you will get from the convergent and also one question from the limit supremum, limit infimum, right, in part B or in part C. Leave this. Mean variable theorem, uniform continuity, this is also very important topic where you can get one question. Try to revise all the problems related to uniform continuity, especially the problem that is related to the boundary value. जैसे आपसे दोनों ही cases in the open interval as well as in closed interval you should revise before the exam. This is the uniform convergent, that is also very important. You can get one question in part B and in part C. Just try to understand uniform convergent basically and uniform continuity. These are two very important topic. You can get either the question from the uniformly continuous or uniform convergent. So you should prepare these topics carefully. And one more important thing is that you should have a proper planning before the exam, right? Riemann integral, there is the from the last few they are asking the question from the improper integral. You should also revise from this topic. Now this is the topic that I leave here because sometimes they give the problem, sometimes they may not, right? Now we focus on the function of several levels. This is very important question, means important topic. You should revise directional derivative, partial derivative. There is the notation wise also you should revise, because sometimes the student are confused what is, sometimes they write fx, in this case sometimes they write d of f. So d of f is basically represent the directional derivative. So you should also revise the notation also, right? Here you will get at least two question in part B or in part C. There is a fixed topic. This is the very important topic. Inverse and implicit function, this is also very important. Linear derivative of linear transformation. So there are 4 to 5 topic basically in function of several variables. Sometimes they also ask the question from the, this is for the two variable. Sometimes they also ask the question from the continuity and differentiability, right, directly. So you should revise this topic. Now I leave this topic. I am only focus on the important topic that you should revise before the exam. तो ये आप जरूर टॉपिक जितने आपको बताया 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 topic you should revise before the exam from the real analysis. Now we come to discuss the linear algebra. Now the linear algebra is the second highest marking paper in this CSIR. Linear algebra, about 65 marks question you will get from this one, right? 65, I am just telling 60 to 65 marks question you will get from part B as well as in part C. Both means everyone know around 6 to 7 question at least you will get in part C from this topic. Part B 4 to 5 question, right? So now see vector space. This is very important topic, but one of the important thing is that the question are basically asked from sometimes subspaces, linearly dependent basis dimension algebra of linear transformation. So you will get here at least two questions from this topic. At least two questions I am just talking about in part B as well as in part C. Rank determinant and linear equation, system of linear equation. the question related to unique solution, no solution, infinite number of solution. Sometimes they also ask the consistent, inconsistent. So guaranteed you will get one question from this topic. Rank and determinant is also very very important, but this is the part of this linear equation. Linear equation जब आप solve करेंगे तो rank निकालना ही पड़ेगा, determinant निकालना ही पड़ेगा, right? Sometime it is required to find the determinant also. Eigenvalues, eigenvector, this is also very very important topic. And Cayley-Hamilton theorem, sometimes they ask the inverse of the matrix, right, using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So eigenvalue, eigenvector, that is also very very important question. You will get one problem from this topic. One of the important thing, we will not get the direct question. Try to understand direct question, but indirectly the question are related to this eigenvalue, eigenvector. Matrix representation of linear transformation, this is also very very important topic, because many times, even every time, they ask one question from this topic, and especially the polynomial, right? Sometimes they also the function of the linear transformation, so you should revise this one. Canonical form, diagonal form, triangular form, and Jordan form, basically the Jordan block matrix, because this question is related to algebraic multiplicity and geometric multiplicity, right? The basically they ask the question, means convert this into Jordan form, or the question is related to Jordan form and minimal polynomial. So you should revise. You will get from this topic matrix representation of linear transformation one question, and from this topic diagonal form or Jordan canonical form you will get one question. So you should prepare from this one. Inner product space, orthogonal basis, this is also very very important. You can get one question in either in part B or part C. Just see, जितने भी मैंने टॉपिक यहाँ पे डिस्कस किए हैं, वट एवर द टॉपिक दैट आई हैव डिस्कस, आइदर यू विल गेट क्वेश्चन इन पार्ट बी और पार्ट सी. इट इज़ श्योर एवरी टाइम. क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म, रिडक्शन, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म, दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ये फॉर्म जरूर आप याद करके जाइए, ATX यहाँ से. और दिस टॉपिक इज नॉट ओनली कवर दिस वन, बट हियर you can get you can get one question from these two topic: inner product space, ortho normal basis और quadratic form. क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म में बेसिकली पॉजिटिव डेफिनेट से भी क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं, राइट? और डायरेक्टली आपसे क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म से भी क्वेश्चन पूछ देता है, राइट? वेदर कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू. और सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट क्या है, इस मैट्रिक्स की जो प्रॉपर्टी होती है वो आपको बहुत ध्यान से समझना है, बिकॉज this play a crucial role for solving the quadratic form. So this is the summary of the linear algebra. As I told, all the topic are very very important in linear algebra, and one more important thing is that all the topic of the linear algebra are very easy in compared of the other paper. So you should revise this one. Like, now we move on the complex analysis. Complex analysis is also very very important and very easy paper. I just focus on the 5 problems, so only 5 problem, either you will get in part B or in part C or in both. First, this topic, analytic function and Cauchy-Riemann equation, this is very very important, and there are 3 to 4 forms that you should. First, Cauchy-Riemann equation in Cartesian coordinate. Second, in sometime they also ask this format, means del f upon del z bar is equal to 0 of the Cauchy form, Cauchy-Riemann equation. And third one is the polar form, Cartesian format, this format, and polar form. You should revise because the question are related to this one. Also sometimes they ask the question from the harmonic function, right? So all these are related to these two topic. 100% sure you will get one question from this one. Second, contour integral. Basically in complex integration there are 3 important theorem directly related to integral, means complex integration. First one is directly Cauchy integral formula. Second one is the Cauchy residue theorem, right? Cauchy residue theorem, FDZ like means 2 pi iota and sum of all the residue. So this is the. And third important topic is basically the everyone know, that is f dash z upon fz dz. Everyone knows the name of this theorem, that is everyone knows, right? So you should revise this contour integral of this format: Cauchy integral formula, residue theorem, and then this format. There is three form, right? Third one is argument principle. So in argument principle there is three form. This one, then they multiply by z, and third one is gz. So you should revise all these format, because in the last few years they are asking the question from the this argument principle. Now this topic is also very important. Basically, Lively's theorem, open mapping theorem, identity theorem, square's lemma, you will get one or two question, at least two question from this topic. Then Taylor, Laurent, and calculus of residue. In Taylor and Laurent, there is the one question they every time ask from the singularity. This is also very important, you should revise. Last one is the conformal mapping and Mobius transformation. So one question you will get from here. So if you see how many question from this one, so one question you will get from here, right? One question you will get from here, I just bold it, right? Analytic function, Cauchy-Riemann equation. Second is contour integral, simple Cauchy integral formula, then Cauchy residue theorem, and then this argument principle, you will get one question. Then Taylor and Laurent series, you will get the question from the singularity, and then conformal mapping and Mobius transformation, you should revise before the exam. Now we come and discuss the next one, that is the modern algebra. In modern algebra, this first topic, that is the number theory, you will get at least one question in part B in from this topic, and especially the question which they ask generally, the Chinese remainder theorem, and then this inclusion exclusion principle, right? Some question are also directly asked from the direct number, means number of positive divisor, number of multiple of positive divisor, right? So these type of question are also asked from this one. And congruence concept, this is also very important, divisibility in z and congruence, so you should revise this one. Now the second question that you will get always from the means normal subgroup also, quotient, cyclic group, permutation group, Cayley theorem, class equation. This is class equation from the last few years, they are asking lot of question from the class equation, especially in part C. So you should focus on this class equation also. And Shallow theorem. This Shallow theorem, there are three theorems, everyone knows Shallow theorem 1, 2 and 3. This Shallow theorem and normal subgroup, there is the strong correlation, right? And the question basically, if you have solved the question, then you feel in Shallow theorem, theorem number 1 and theorem number 3, these two are very important to get the number of subgroup, and if it has the means unique subgroup, then it is the normal subgroup. So the question are generally they ask from this topic also, right? You should focus on this one. Group subgroup, that is the basic thing, right? But the question are generally asked from normal subgroup, shallow group, then cyclic group, right? Cayley theorem, the question are also, and class equation. This is very important, you should revise before the exam. Next one is the ring. In ring, the question directly asked from the ideals: prime, maximal ideal, PID, FID, P, principal, integral, domain, Euclid domain. So they also ask the question from this one, you should revise. Basically in maximal ideal, this is very important topic, right? Now we come to discuss next one is the polynomial ring. In polynomial ring, they generally the question asked from the irreducibility criteria. You try to revise all the irreducible over Q, irreducible over Z, irreducible over QC, that is irrational number, or irreducible over R. You should revise all the, even Einstein criteria is very important, you should revise before the exam. Then field extension, and then Galois theory. Basically the question are generally they ask from this topic, that is the field extension, right? You should revise. So here you will get at least 4 question in part B and 4 to 5 question in part C. This is 100% sure. You should, whatever the topic that I have discussed, you should revise before the exam. Now the applied portion. So first we see the ordinary differential equation. In ordinary differential equation, basically there is the most important topic, that is the system of first order. Generally they ask the question from this one, right? Initial value problem also they ask the question. Singular solution sometime they ask, but mostly the system of first order OD you should revise. And here there is the one topic, that is everyone know, the Roskian, right? Roskian, they generally ask the question from this one, right? Then here from this question you will get around 45 marks question, because this is the third largest means about the marking. If we talk about third the largest paper from the marking point of view, because the first paper real analysis you will get 60 marks, 60 marks from the linear and real, 60 and then this is the third paper, that is ordinary and partial differential equation, where you will get around 45 marks question. So general theory of homogeneous, non-homogeneous, this is also very important. Variation of parameter, this is one of the method for solving the OD. This is also very important, you should revise. Sturm-Liouville boundary value problem, they every time they ask the one question, either this Sturm-Liouville or Green's function, right? So you will get one question from here, one question from here, and this one or two question from this whole topic, mean one question from this is also you will get. One question, this is 100% sure that you will get from the either from the Lagrange method or Charpit method for solving the PD, right? One question, it is 100%. Then Cauchy problem is also very important, because this is addition of the Lagrange and Charpit method. You should, because you can suppose this is the Lagrange method that is useful sometime in Cauchy problem, right? Cauchy problem for solving the first order PD. So 100% you will get one question either from the Cauchy problem or from the Lagrange or Charpit. Here classification of second order PD, generally they ask one question. This is very simple question. This constant coefficient, leave it. Yes, method of separation of variable for Laplace heat and wave equation. There is one method, that is D'Alembert method, you also revise. Except this Laplace heat and wave equation, 100% sure you will get two question in part C. Every time they are asking this. This is very important, two question in part B. So you can part C, right? So 2 1 1, about 4 question you will get, at least 4 question in part C from this one, and 5 to 6 question in part B, right? So 5 3 around 15 and 5 to 6 means around 25 marks question. So total around 40 to 45 marks question you will get from the OD and PD, right? Sometimes they give 5 problems, sometimes they give 6 problem, and 4 question minimum you will get from this ordinary differential equation and partial differential equation. Now we come to discuss the numerical method. Numerical method is basically the part of the applied mathematics. You will get around 20 marks question minimum you will get from the numerical method. At least 2 to 3 problem in part B, and 2 to 3 problem in part C you will get from this one, right? Sometimes they ask 2 question and 3 question from part B. Sometimes they give 2 question from part B and 3 question from the part C. So around 5 question total you will get, right? About 20 marks question. So numerical solution, in numerical solution, basically the question they ask from the method of the iteration, Newton-Raphson method, rate of convergence also they ask the question, and Gauss elimination and this Gauss-Seidel method. You revise how to solve the system of equation, basically system of linear equation by Gauss elimination and Gauss-Seidel method. Generally ask one question in part C from this one. Then now one question you will get finite difference, Lagrange Hermite interpolation, right? And then they generally ask one question from this numerical solution of what, OD, right, by Picard method, Eulers and modified Eulers and Runge-Kutta. This is also very most important topic, Runge-Kutta Eulers, right? For solving the OD you will get either Euler, modified Eulers or Runge-Kutta. You will get one question in part C from this topic. So one question from this iterative method, then system of equation, you will get one question here from the Gauss elimination or Gauss Seidel, and then Lagrange Hermite, right? You will get one question, and OD means solving the OD, you will get one question. Oh, just see one topic that is missing, that is differentiation and integration. Basically numerical differentiation and integration, everyone knows there are 2 to 3 method like trapezoidal, Simpson 1/3, right? 3/8 rule you should revise before the exam. Trapezoidal, Simpson 1/3 and Simpson 3/8 rule, you will get one question. So this is the summary of numerical analysis. Now calculus of variation and then uh, integral equation. Just try to understand here. Calculus of variation, you will get one question in part B and one question in part C from this topic, right? So about, you can say, 8 to 10 marks question you will get. Sometime they may also increase the number of problem, but minimum you will get. And here from the integral equation, that is Fredolom and both Fredolom and Volterra, you will get one question either in part B or in part C, right? So you should revise all these topic very carefully before the exam. In calculus of variation, there are 6 to 7 form of this Lagrange, Euler Lagrange equation. You should learn all the method and how to optimize, how to extremum, how to calculate maxima, minima, right? And then in integral equation, these two kind of Fredolom and Volterra, these type of solution also, they sometimes they ask the question from the kernel also, right? So revise kernel and kernel. So and sometimes they also ask the question from the eigenfunction. You should revise all these topic very carefully. At the last I just give you all one hint. Either you can start your means to solve the problem from the part B or part C, doesn't matter. The important thing is that if you try to in 3 hours, you have to basically focus on the accuracy. uh, Time is important, there is no issue, but everyone knows if you are able to solve here part C problem. I am not telling as a mathematician. In part A you can do 5 to 6 question very easily. So many times student are focused on this part A, you focus, but first priority is your part B and part C. Why? Because if you do good job in part B and part C, then only the part A can be helpful, otherwise it is meaningless, right? Part C, first try to focus on your accuracy. If you are able to solve only 10 questions, don't worry, right? But this is 100% correct in that case, right? And in part B, if you are able to solve 15 questions, right, then this is more than enough to qualify the means exam. Don't worry. And here 5 to 6 question, but in all these cases accuracy is very important. If you solve here 6 question, so you will get 2 marks. If you solve here 15 question correctly, let's suppose 16 18 solve 1 or 2 question may be wrong, so around 45 marks question here. And in part see 47.5, around 45 you suppose. You if you get more than 100 marks, then there is the means 90% chances you will qualify the exam, right? If there is not a big problem in the sense paper are very easy, everyone have done and you also done the same thing, in that case maybe merit will be high. Otherwise try to focus on the accuracy, right? Because in part C you have the 60 question. If you leave the 20 question, then even you have 40 question. Out of 40 you have to do correctly 10 to 15 question. I just suppose maximum 15 question, you will 100% qualify the exam. In part B 15 to 18, right, out of 40 question, try to focus on, definitely you will qualify the exam. Don't worry, be confident. और जितना आपके अंदर इंटरनल कॉन्फिडेंस हाई रहेगा तभी आप प्रॉब्लम को, अगर आपने सब कुछ रिवाइज करके गए और वहाँ पे अच्छे तरीके से परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए तो सारी मेहनत बर्बाद हो जाएगी, राइट। सो आई रिक्वेस्ट एवरी वन, प्लीज़ focus on the accuracy, real analysis, linear algebra, complex analysis, algebra means modern algebra, and then ordinary and partial differential equation, that is the differential equation, then numerical analysis, calculus of variation, linear algebra. These papers are more than enough to qualify the exam. आप जितना हो सके, अभी एक दो पेपर और बचा था मैकेनिक्स का, बट आई विल नॉट रिकमेंड हियर बिकॉज यू डोंट गेट टाइम टू सॉल्व, मीन्स आप जब आपके पास लीनियर अलजेब्रा के इजी क्वेश्चन हैं आपके पास, तो वाई वी फोकस ऑन द अदर पेपर, राइट। आप जितना हो सके टाइम को मैनेज करने की कोशिश करिएगा। बेस्ट विशेस फॉर दिस एग्ज़ाम, डेफिनेटली यू विल डू द बेस्ट, राइट। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो।